Richard Branson has several books out, and in one of the books, in the front of the cover, it shows you his notes for the day, what he was going to do that day. One of his notes for the day in that book was to save $1 billion for one of his companies. That's what he was going to do that day. He had a whole thing of things he was going to do. One of them was, hey, save $1 billion for this company, do this, right? Like he owns 200 companies. 200. When he writes his goals up every day, like they're ridiculous goals. I'm going to do this. I'm going to own this. I'm going to produce this. I'm going to do this. Like what he's doing is telling his brain, this is what's happening today. Right? Like this is how it's going down. I'm taking action. That makes sense? Now, how many of you found a spot of your selling system? Chris, Garrett, where do you think most people break down in their selling system?
I'd say for my new agents, it's the very first one.
That's right.
It's just the ability to generate any kind of leads.
Now, let's go back to our concept. Is there a shortage of leads? No, there's a shortage of courage to pick up the phone and call somebody. That's the shortage. Like I'm looking around, every one of y'all are selling a product or service that most people need. I'm the only one in the room that's selling something that some people think they don't need. Yeah, you. Me and you. Everybody else is selling something people need. Right? Like my point is, would you rather have $1 billion or 1 billion friends? Man, it's an incredible concept. I need to be connected to more people. So to Chris's point, those same agents that say they don't have enough leads will not show up in office, will not prospect for 2 hours, will not call their power base. Right? Susan's new to insurance. She ought to be calling every single person she's ever met in her life. Her whole life. From the time she was a little baby. She ought to be calling every single person, asking a simple question. Did you know I'm now in insurance? I don't know how satisfied you are with your current person. On a scale of 1 to 10, how satisfied would you say you are? This. Oh, okay. Would you like to have a conversation because the conversation's free? Like that's how you create sales, guys. You don't, right? Like, so number one, I hear this all the time. Like, who are we going to call? Like, what are we supposed to say? Like, we don't have enough leads. That is ridiculous. Like, it is ridiculous, right? Okay? That's a defensive posture. Okay? Where else do you break it down? Where you guys break it down? Okay. Now, this is a big problem for a lot of people. There's 2 places I think we can get an immediate lift. One is going 7 touches when they indicate interest. One is the follow-up after the sale. So I think salespeople should be getting new people and loving on their current people. Yes or no? And never underestimate how often your people need to be loved on. I'm telling you, if you study human nature, it is a deep desire for people to have attention paid to them. Do you know what some people will do for attention? Some people will commit crimes. Some people will commit suicide. Some people will hurt other people just to get what? Attention. It is deeply hardwired in us from the time we're born for people to pay attention to us. Look at your kids, how much attention they need from you. If I don't pay attention to my daughter, she's sitting there, Daddy, pay attention. Daddy, are you listening to me? Daddy. Like I'm telling you, adults, your customers are the same way. Pay attention to me. Talk to me. Love on me. Engage with me. I'm telling you. Part of this call center we're looking at doing, part of their promise to me is that they would call all of our customers every week. We would have a touch every single week to our customers. All of them. To make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. So imagine leaving this class, somebody's calling you, Ethan, what did you do with what Coach Burt taught you? Why are you not taking action on this? What's the big missing structure you have? And they're just touching you and touching you. What's the likelihood of more referrals when they're touching you like that? See, I can't do that with the number of people I have. I can't touch all 700 people with the number of people I have. Not that way. Everybody see that? Now, let's finish with this. Then I'm going to get you out of here, and you're going to go out there and touch a bunch of people, right? Now, here's the mindset. Here's the mindset. I see this every day as a coach. It drives me crazy. When you get scared, your natural tendency is going to be to contract. What does contraction mean? Now, Brandon was with me one night when I lost a game in McMinn County I led the whole game. Sub-state game. I didn't think we could win. We won the whole game. In the second half of the game, I went to prevent, which means I started stalling. We're up. We're winning. And in my mind, I'm like, we got to hold on to what we got. We got to hold on to what we got. So I started to stall. You know what it looks like when you stall? You just run the ball, like pass, cut, pass. We're taking 2 and 3 minutes on each possession. And my players, who are only 14 to 15, 16 years old, are looking at me like, what's wrong with you? Like, we're winning. I'm like, stall, run the clock, run the clock. And the more I did that, the more they started to panic. Like, why are we stalling? Like, what are we doing? So then they started to throw the ball out of bounds, dribble off their foot. Then we started to lose momentum. And then in the last 14 seconds of the game, the other team, the only time they took the lead was in the last 14 seconds of the game. And we lost that game, which cost me going to the state tournament, by the way. I lost that game. My players didn't lose it. You know why? I got scared. And when you get scared, you start contracting. So I was telling them to do this the other day. Like you're scared. So what you're doing is you're trying to contract. Can't spend any money on this. Can't do this. I'm like, it ain't all about spending money, man. You need to expand your effort. You need to make more phone calls. You need to hustle more. You need to quit playing scared, because playing not to lose does what? Guarantees losing. When you get scared, don't contract. Everybody with me? Now, the solution to every sales problem is volume. End of discussion. If you're nervous right now about money, if you're nervous about what's going on, the problem is you ain't got enough volume. The only way to get volume is to get on offense. That is the solution to every sales problem. Sell more. Sell more. Sell more. Do a better job with your current people. I will never place my destiny in another person's hands. I will begin to understand human nature. How many people this year have really been screwed by somebody? Raise your hand. Okay? Here's what I would tell you after studying human nature. You can expect it. There's going to be people that tell you one thing. We had a little dude in the gym the other day who was working out with us. And I said, man, you selling cars? He said, oh, yeah, yes, sir. I said, would you like to come to one of my sessions? I'll show you how to attack a week, man, how to sell a lot more cars. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I promise you, Coach Burt, I will be there. I said, now, if you ain't coming, you text message me. Did he come? No. Saw him again this morning in the gym. I'll be there this morning. Is he here? Jorge, is he here? No. Human nature is to say I'm going to do something and not do it. Would you agree? I can't rely on one person. I would never put my future in one person's hands. Right? I need 100 of him. Not 1, 1,000. I will not be denied or distracted. I will always find a way. All the money and opportunity I'm looking for is already available to me in my network. How many of you have networks of people you haven't tapped into? You've never had a conversation with them. You've never said, you've never even initiated, man. All the money you're looking for is here. You ain't reached out and grabbed it. Today's course was about moving you to an offensive position. You can get a lift here, guys. There's a significant lift to be gotten here if you just do what we're talking about today. I'm tired of messing around with my potential. I'm tired of messing around with what I'm capable of doing. You got to get to the point that you are tired of messing around with your potential. Okay? And when you get that point, you're going to have intensity that some people ain't going to understand. You're going to want to do things other people ain't going to want to go. They're not going to want to go the whole journey with you. They're going to want to go part of the journey with you. And that's okay. Okay? This is about playing offense versus defense.